So this is your first movie?
Well, this is my first production on my own. My company, Diana Charles Limited, for producing it, and obviously the whole funding is from my company. So this is the first time I'm handling a project this big. This is not the first movie I'll act in.
So
Yeah.
how long is the production?
We're shooting for a total of 11 days. But yeah, today's day one.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, Diana, you ready? Okay, sound. Okay, and in 3.
Scene 21, take 15.
Action.
The role I'm playing, I didn't realise I had like a little bit of a dark streak to my character. So on the front of it, I play like the perfect husband, but underneath I have a little bit of a hidden secret that maybe people won't see until later on in the film. So they'll be rooting for me and then they'll be booing for me maybe later. So that's quite nice. I think that's a nice contrast.
Action.
That clicking was good. I like that.
Yep, I'm playing Mark in this story.
Yeah.
Perfect Man. It's my first ever lead role. I've had a lead role, but it was in a music video for Alt J. But it was heavy acting, but because it was a music video, you don't speak, so there's a lot of emotion and stuff.
Nice legs.
Thank you. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and this was good. Playing along with Ashley Holland. He's quite professional, so it was really, really good. But yeah, we have to take so many times, but yeah, we'll see. My name is Diana Charles, so most people just call me DC, or like my friend called me Lily. I'm the producer. I'm producing this whole production basically, and I'm also playing the lead female role. So, like I said before, I've always loved acting, film, and anything entertainment. So basically, for me, I wrote the script also. Yeah, I know, I'm so involved. But the role I'm playing Jane, and she is this 30-year-old single lady who has perfect hair, but has the worst luck when it comes to men. So now the pressure's on now that she's 30, and I'm so glad and so blessed that I have the best cast, best crew, and everyone is just like all hands on deck. So great start. So yeah, this is day one. So ask me again on day 7 how I feel, and let's see.
I studied media at the University of West London. It used to be called Thames Valley University, but now they've changed the name to University of West London. So I used to be on set all the time, or when I can basically, and that was a lot. So I'll be a runner, do anything, everything I can to, make the production or project, come to one piece. So the outdoor scene is with Diana and Ashley, and basically the relationship is going step to step. So yeah, the outdoor scene is just them catching up, talking about life and just trying to get to know each other a bit more. So that's what the outdoor scene is about. Day 2, yeah, I'm excited. When I was getting up in the morning, I was excited. I was like, tired. I was like really tired. As you can see my face, my hair looks like rubbish. But when I was actually on set, especially when the girls were doing their scene, and that would be Tara, Tony and Diana, like, yeah, I really do enjoy this job. I do love this job, and I'm so grateful to be getting more experience in doing what I'm doing behind the scenes. So yeah, I enjoy it, even though it's stressful, you know, being a production assistant, director, producer, DOP, actor, runner. It's not easy, like, and it's literally a long day. Some shoots.
It's just going to be natural every day, like I'm going to work, hanging out with friends, going for drinks sort of thing, so just keep it natural really. Oh my god.
Life as a child and all that. And then that's basically a vision. But he's like saying he has imagined that kind of life, the perfect life he's making into kind of, what do you know what I mean?
I'm playing Kara, which is a friend of the main character, Mark. Yes. He's played by Ashley. And we're having fun, enjoying ourselves, having a drink, having a party, witnessing his love life. Yeah. I have a boyfriend, his name is Sam, and he's played by Colin. And we're supposed to giggle, have a bit of fun, and we're the ones that actually are happy, you know? Like, we're having a happy relationship. The rest of them are just kind of like trying. So, we're the happy ones.
I'm Bryce. I'm playing a supporting role to Mark's best friend, the character of Greg. I just responded to a casting call and I auditioned, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Action. Cut.
The script basically, some of it is personal experience, some of it is things I've seen in other people's relationships. It's just, the story is a romantic comedy, but it's based on true facts. Like, it's really what goes on in society. So I wanted a story that could appeal to the British audience, the African audience, you know, every race and every ethnicity. So that the story is just appealing to everybody, no matter your culture. Because fine, my background is Nollywood, but this is not just for Nollywood, it's for everybody.
That's why.
I am playing Ruth. I think she's a very bubbly young teenager, and she loves sports and just loves her friends and likes to go drinking and stuff, so I guess I can relate to that. Diana actually found me online, and then went to auditions and the table read, and yeah, she's such a lovely person, and I think it's just nice to be given this opportunity.
My name is Colin, playing Sam, one of Mark's friends. The idea with the friends is to sort of shed a light on his surroundings, on his background, on his free runner, skateboarder life. Playing an exciting scene today. I don't have a lot of lines, but I will be involved in the kissing scene.
Excited? Oh, can't actually that today. That's actually one emotion that I'm not feeling right now. I think I'm more tense, anxious, nervous, scared. I'm just waiting for something to happen. But so far everything's going well, so thank God. When we're done, when we take the last take on the final day, and I'll be like, yes, done. We still have about 9 days to shoot. Yeah, for stunts, I'm actually quite lucky that I actually got a professional, I don't call him a stunt man, a professional free runner. So he does that professionally. So it was actually an additional blessing to the whole production that we actually got someone who's a professional. So it's not someone we have to train or use somebody else or double. So the guy, he's going to be doing stunts. There are a few scenes where he has to do some tricks and work on his hand and the backflip. So I'm sure the audience would really love to see someone coming from such a sporty background, such extreme sports, coming to do something that is so like down to earth, romantic comedy. So it's yeah, we're looking forward to that. He's looking forward to it.
So it's going to be a little bit more exciting. I don't want to give too much away.
What is number of the keys?
It's in A.
Yes. So she's gonna do a trick here. Basically, I'm gonna be like, I'm scared of something. I'm not gonna tell you what, you guys have to watch. And then he's gonna do the trick. Go for it. Make me proud. So he's gonna do that. So we're all like, yeah. So I will sat here. I don't sit down because I'm wearing a white skirt. But I will sat here and then we'll be talking. And they'll be like, oh, I'm afraid of. And we'll be like, oh. Basically has to do this.
What?
Woo! I sit down. So it's a simple trick, but it's not as simple as it looks.
No, it's not
It's
simple.
simple to him.
It's not simple.
We're all freaking out.
And I'm gonna hold it a lot longer.
And he's gonna hold it a lot longer. Yeah, so
Are you saying everything?
we're just, yeah, we have the safety guy to
Yeah,
make sure in
safety,
case
yeah,
he can
because-
catch him. But yeah, he's gonna have to do that. Apart from a few scenes that we're shooting outdoor, like outside, where everyone will be staring, all the scenes are indoors, so it's quite, the location is kept it really tight, so it's really private residence, studios, a bar, a restaurant, so it's all indoors. So it's all, there are a few like awkward scenes where we have to talk romance and stuff, so yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, but I know the lead actor is looking forward to that for obvious reasons, but yeah. We'll see.
Well, I'm playing the role of, my name is Mecca in the film. I'm playing the role of a loud-mouthed boyfriend who literally goes full brag for overzealous and just keeps on talking. There's challenges as well because I have to form an evil accent. Solid.
Do you want to give me like a little bit of what your line?
Oh, there we go. Looking so pretty. Better than your now, wow. How about it now?
I have like, I think just about maybe 5-6 things left after this one. I'm looking forward to going details with my husband is cheating.
Yeah.
So that's the scene I'm looking forward to the most after everything.
So what happens? What?
The scene, I cannot tell you. Happening is Janie's just coming back from work. She's tired, okay? And she doesn't know that we're here. She's having a surprise birthday party that I'm organizing for her. She's just come back from work. So she doesn't know that we're here, but we're going to actually make her feel comfortable. She's not going to be happy with it, happy with the fact that I'm here.
2, 1.
Scene 2, take 7.
Action.
There was a lot of different cultural aspects and people from different countries working on this project, this film. But I mean, I was already comfortable knowing that going into it, so I didn't have any expectations or any doubts about gelling with anyone's personalities or anything. I guess if I was, I don't know, maybe really old school English, then they wasn't comfortable with that, it'd be a bit different, but no, it's fine.
Playing Jane in The Perfect Man, being the lead female, for me, I found the role quite challenging but really interesting because it's a character I can identify with personally. Obviously, being black and being African, we try to like put people in the box, just stereotype people based on where they're from or the agenda. So after playing the middle person between two different cultures, it was quite interesting and really nice to just show that you can see the similarities in what we tend to think are different people, and sometimes just because somebody's from a different race or different culture doesn't mean that you don't have things in common, or because you're from the same place means that you actually share the same values. So it was quite an interesting character.
Primary school, right? Well, it was a good experience working with the cast and crew. It was a good experience working with Diana. It was a good experience working with Ashley, and it was a brilliant experience on my role as a Mecca in the film. So because I had to do a lot of research in terms of my character, the character I played in the film, because it's not a norm for me, so I had to kind of go into character involved getting deep into things like having an accent, a strong accent. I had to do some dialogue with my mom. And for a month I was just like literally speaking with a different dialogue. So that was challenging for me.
Give us an example.
An example is, oh baby, you're looking so sexy.
Oh, I know.
And look at you, you look fantastic, much more better than your pictures, you know. So things like that. I had to get deep into it, and it was challenging. It was interesting. It was intriguing. It was something that I was looking forward to every day when I came on set. So it was absolutely an amazing experience working with the casting crew.
Okay, for me, working with the entire cast and crew was obviously amazing. But working with these two guys was really, I'll say, really easy. Because obviously, when you're working with different actors, you could be worried, like, you know, would it be cringy, or how would you feel on set? But they just made it really easy. Ikena is a friend, and Ashley's also a mate now. So yeah, so it's just really easy. The chemistry was quite easy. It was just easy to have that chemistry, and yeah, they just made it very easy. So yeah, it was easy.
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to agree with both of them straight away on the flow was easy, and I was a little bit maybe nervous before the first table reading because it is the first lead role I've had in a genre that I've never done before. I only get offered action because I do a lot of stunts. So the table reading was a little bit nervous, but when I walked into the door, it was open arms, it was love everywhere, you know, so it just felt easy, and from then on, it was easy. You know what, there's one moment, the whole thing was enjoyable, but there was one moment that I really liked, and it was the scene when we were walking along talking about fear, and there was a stunt that he said, can you do a stunt here? They didn't know what the stunt was, but they just said, can you do something that's in the story? I was like, yeah, sure, I can do, you know, I can do something, let's just roll along and see what happens. And just jumped up into the wall, done a backflip, and I looked at the director and he was, okay, and I looked at Diana, she was like, forgetting the lines a little bit and stammering, I was like,
Yeah, and then this guy pulls up, just random guy on the street pulls up and is like, British Got Talent,
yeah, British Got Talent.
not Britain, British Got Talent. And I also to that.
Well, okay, he was in the middle of a scene, and that was not in the line. Okay, so I sat down, I was thinking, okay, I'm getting pretty good, all the actions, all the movement, and then she spoke something that I really didn't understand, and my brain skipped a little bit, and I was like, in my head, I didn't want to say it out loud because I knew it was filmed.
It's really expression,
my brain was going, what the hell did she, that's not in the script, have I skipped a line, have I missed something? And then, yeah, she just kind of stared at me, and I saw her wobbling because she wanted to laugh.
Oh my god, I had to hold it.
Well, yeah, she kind of just said it in English after the first time.
It was an epic moment.
We carried on. Yeah, that was me.
The making from a producer's eye. Okay, well, I'm not just a producer, I also wrote the script. Yeah, I keep saying I'm very greedy. I wrote everything. But starting from, I wrote this script first of all on the train, going to work every day. So train riding, I just bring out my iPad and I write the script. And then for me to produce it, I've always wanted to produce my own story how I want it, rather than what I've done in the past where I sell my script and then when it's produced, I don't see my story. I see my name, but it's not really, it hasn't been told how I intended it. So the whole process, and then Ikena, I must mention Ikena at this point, has been a very, very, very massive part of the journey. For me not to mention him will be me pretty much being an ingrate. So he was there from literally when I started writing it, and I told him from the onset, I want to do something come 2015, and he encouraged me, he kept saying, don't worry, it's your first time producing, but I have faith in you, you're a good writer, and etc. So, and then when I was done, you know, the whole story, I kind of like had some setbacks personally in my life, and I thought, you know what, maybe this is not time. And then one morning I just woke up and I was like, you know what, if you don't do this, Diana, you're never going to do it. You're going to keep pushing it. And I sent Ikena a message, I said, find me a director now. And I was like, yeah, find me someone. And he sent out a few names, and I got in contact, and everything just started rolling out. And one thing I'm even going to say now, like, which is shocking again, to my shock people, was Ike actually also introduced me to this guy. Yeah. Yeah. Ashley now has become a mate of mine. He's someone that I also share a lot of things with about the production, and it's really shocking because you just meet people and you don't understand how they become a massive part of your life, and so I'm really appreciative to both of them. And so getting the whole crew together, it's a massive cast and crew, almost 40, no more. And getting that together for me was extremely challenging, being this tiny person, as you can see. But
Tiny but powerful.
but obviously with people encouraging you and telling you, don't worry, you can do it, you can do it. So the story itself, like we've said already, it's about different cultures. Sheds light on stereotypes, on different race, and we have Australian actors, Romanian, Jamaican, English, Africans. We have different race and all of that. My background is Nollywood. I come from Nollywood and African cinema. However, coming to England, and I've been in England now for a number of years, this is my home now, and I am quite appreciative for how receptive, or if that's the right word, accepting, the British culture is. There's so many people from different cultures here. So this story was a story that I wanted to also show the British culture and the African culture. We Africans were very accepting people. Nigerians are very accepting people, and we accept everyone. And it's the same thing applies to England. And so the story is not an African film per se, it's a British film. It's been registered with the British Film Institute, and it's a British film. And so that is something that, for me, I wanted to be able to bring African cinema into England and penetrate that industry, and to be able to showcase that we're Africans, but we can also do something that is up to British standard. And I'm quite happy that the British Film Institute accepted my offer, and they were quite happy to also put their stamp on my film as a British film. So we've had so many challenges shooting, like these guys can testify when it comes to location-wise. We had to change locations sometimes like 5 times. You already have everything set, and then you go to location and it's so much setback. But we bounced back, and I have to also say massive thank you to my cast and my crew, because they were very patient with me. So when we send them a message that, oh sorry, this has to change, they all tried to make time to switch things around and be there and come with 110%, the ability or whatever. Oh God, I'm struggling to speak English, but yeah.
You're fine.
Oh yeah, so yeah, big thank you to directors, the cameraman, the whole cast, my production manager Rosalyn, she was absolutely amazing. Thank you to a dear friend of mine called Femi. He's been a massive part of this, supplying location for us, and even just being accommodative to all the cast. They were like about 30 people in his house, and not once did he complain.
Good energy.
Yeah, himself and his Mrs. and Layla, not once did they complain. They were just happy to just be there, and they made us feel welcome. So thank you to everyone who has, in every tiny way been part of this project. And yeah, I can't wait to show you to everybody. Yeah, and thank you. Yeah, I have to also mention Tunde, the photographer, who is also a long-time friend of mine and stand-up guy, very patient. And if anyone has worked with me, they know that. Apart from the fact that I like things done this way, I get very stressed very easily, so easily. But he was extremely patient with me, did everything accordingly to what I said. I wanted this way, and he did it that way. So yeah, shout out to anyone, Olamide and anybody else who I've not mentioned. There's so many of them, all the cast and the crew, and these guys. Yeah.
As well, professional atmosphere, whereby A was A and B was B. So that's something that's kind of unique, and something that you rarely see in production companies. So that's what also made me very comfortable working on this production.
Likewise.
This can be like ditto, yeah.
See you June 12th, 2015 at the Odeon Cinema in Greenwich for the world premiere of the movie called The Perfect Man. You definitely have to be there or else you will miss out.
On June 12th at the Odeon Cinema in Greenwich, you're going to see the premiere of The Perfect Man. Come along, we're all going to be on the red carpet, we're going to be there mingling, having drinks, having a good laugh. Make sure you be there.
I can't wait to see you all on June 12th at the Odeon Cinema Greenwich for the premiere of the movie The Perfect Man. It's going to be fun, it's going to be glam, it's going to be beautiful, so see you all there.